Okay, hello. We're going to go over the storm totals for the rainfall as well as the models, which are back up. We went over this on the map, but this is the official release from the Weather Service here. Nothing too remarkable in Connecticut, but as you went further east in Connecticut, like eastern Connecticut, places like Middlesex County, there you got over an inch and a half in around New Haven there. New London, where you go in extreme eastern Connecticut, eastern coastal Connecticut there, that's where you see higher amounts, like 2.70 in Jewett City, and Stonington got 2.64. So those areas, Mystic 2.49. Those areas got a lot of rain. And going into New Jersey here, 1.57 in North Arlington, the higher amount for Bergen County, Essex County. Again, an inch and a half in a lot of areas like Montclair, 1.54. Harrison and Hudson County, 1.55. Passaic County, 1.28. Union County, 1.52 and 1.53 in places like Westfield and Springfield. In the Bronx, not as much over there. Kings County in Brooklyn, Sheepshead Bay, 1.17. Nassau County, the higher amount in Nassau is 1.05. So got a little bit more, like close to around an inch in Nassau County. Central Park got 0.98 inches. In Orange County, Port Jervis got 1.20. Putnam County, 1.90 in Lake Carmel, so not that much there. In Queens, a little more over there. Howard Beach got 1.40. JFK got 0.93. And we'll focus now on Suffolk County because these are where the higher amounts were. On Long Island, 2.54 inches in Orient. Montauk Airport, 2.23. Orient Point, 2.13. East Hampton, 1.80. And then make our way down the list. Patchogue, 1.67. Islip, 1.54 inches. Islip Airport, 1.52 inches. Ridge in the Pine Barrens, an inch and a half. So generally around an inch and a half for a lot of Suffolk County, and the lesser amounts in northern and western Suffolk County, generally speaking. And Westchester also seeing around an inch of rain as well. So that's what we got right now. Looking at the radar, there are a few. I don't think any of this is reaching the ground, but we do have to worry about this area here, and this is going to be what's moving in for us later today for your early evening, late afternoon hours, this instability area over Pennsylvania. So finally, we do have the models back, and we can talk about the Memorial Day weekend and the rest of the day. So this is the 12Z run of the HRRR. And just, again, showing you, again, that area that's mainly going to go to the north, but it's this area here I'm a little more concerned about in the early evening hours. We have a shower, maybe even a thunderstorm. Hopefully it won't last too long, but there will be some wet weather this evening, on and off for a little bit, I guess. You could see a couple of showers there. And then as we get into tomorrow, there could still be some scattered shower activity on this HRRR, very widely scattered. And then as we get into Sunday, I think that's when we'll see it become a little bit less because we still have this cyclonic circulation that's going on right now. Dew points, and the air is still not all that dry, considering there isn't a big spread between the temperature and the temperatures in the mid-50s. Dew points are in the mid-40s. It's not really a big spread. Drops a little more tomorrow, and then as we get into Sunday, it drops a little more. So we should see more sunshine on those days. Temperatures. As far as air temperatures go, where the sun is out, and the sun might peek out over Jersey, you might see some 60s there. For us, we're going to be struggling to get to 60 degrees. And then tonight, it's going to drop off. It's going to be pretty chilly again, upper 40s, low 50s. And then tomorrow, not really that much warmer than today, maybe low 60s. And again, there'll be plenty of cloud cover around. If we look at the soundings, obviously, we'll look at a sounding for this afternoon, for instance. You'll see plenty of cloud cover, a lot of moisture. And then as we go into tomorrow, same deal probably. Plenty of cloud cover. Yeah, plenty of cloud cover. So don't expect to see, there may be some breaks, but not really that much in the way of clear skies, unfortunately. So I know it kind of stinks. But as far as how much rain we'll see from these showers, it won't really be all that much. There may be an additional quarter inch perhaps from these showers coming through. That's mainly going to be, again, this evening, I think would be our best chance for that. Going over to the NAM, with the NAM 12Z, we'll go ahead and look at the NAM as well. And you'll see the same deal again for, should we do the radar sim? Let me do this one here. So you'll see the same deal again, these scattered showers popping up. Or the NAM's a little more aggressive in popping them up in the late afternoon hours into the early evening. Though it seems like the NAM is not quite as big on the widespread. So it's like I said, a 50% chance you're going to see a shower tonight. And then tomorrow, even less, maybe like a 20% chance of a sprinkle or shower. And then as we get into Sunday, there shouldn't really be anything by then. We'll go and look at the skies here. And you'll see here that we have the NAM is trying to actually break out some sunshine over us perhaps early this evening. That might help to create some instability, so that would help some showers. Now, the NAM is more aggressive with sunshine tomorrow in the early part of the day and then develops the clouds later on. And then for Sunday, again, a mix of sun and clouds is what we're seeing. Now, going over to the RGM here, which is the model I prefer to use for skies. RGM also seems to want to try to break out maybe some breaks late this afternoon. And then by morning, you might have sunshine to start the day, but then instability clouds will probably come on in, and we'll have a lot of pop-up cumulus probably along with those widely scattered showers. And then as you get into Sunday, looks like it's trying to bring it still has a decent amount of clouds around on Sunday, so no better than partly sunny probably. We have to wait until Monday to really start seeing a mostly sunny day, I think. Is pretty much what we're looking at. Now, as far as temperatures go to the GFS for that. Well, should have enough for the weekend to show what's going to be happening here. So, you can see here again, dry. The air 2 points are fairly low, and we stay that way through the weekend. All right. So it won't be muggy or anything. But again, we have some residual moisture. That's why we're seeing some areas of some fog. You can see that big difference. So it's not. We don't start seeing warmer temperatures until we get to Sunday. That's when we see more sun. So we should get closer to the mid to upper 60s, still a little bit below normal. And then Monday we should actually maybe reach 70 degrees. And then after that, as we head into next week, things start getting a little warmer. So that's what we're looking at right now. I'll go to the CONUS view and just kind of take a peek at next week here. As far as the European model goes, we don't really have the 0Z running because of what happened, but our storm pulls away. But you see we kind of stay in this cyclonic flow today. Same thing tomorrow. You don't see any high pressure building in. Not until we start seeing, as we get into Sunday, you start seeing some high pressure building Sunday, especially into Monday. And the good news about this Euro is, at least this run, it's got the high pressure staying in place Tuesday and even into maybe Wednesday, and it might actually help to suppress this next storm, which was going to be a soaker for us. If I go back to the old run, let's see if it... the old run was doing it too, so the old run also suppressing it. So that's good news to see some suppression going on there. So we'd be trending drier as we get for next week at least, not quite as miserable. Because if I go back to an old run here, you'll see what it really was. I got to go back to a 12Z run here. You'll see what it was originally doing was bringing another soaker, but you can see already it was kind of trying to suppress it a little bit. So that's so it seems like the European is suppressing it. Let's go to the GFS and see what the GFS is doing with this. GFS also trying to suppress it as well. So next week looks a lot better as far as much less in the way of rain in the forecast. Versus the way it has been this week. So it looks like we're finally getting out of this just miserable wet pattern that we've been in for so long. Finally, it seems like we'll have more typical late May weather as we get into next week, and won't have to have all these weather alerts for all these rain events. And you see there that high again building in now. You can look at the skies on this as well. This is a lower resolution. You can see, though, it looks like Monday will be the clear day. And then Tuesday, we have to worry about high clouds from that system off to the south, but not rain. So let's just lastly go to the drought monitor. And I don't think we're in any kinds of droughts anymore after all the rain we've had. I think most of the area is now out of it. It still has a little abnormally dry over Nassau County, extreme southern New Jersey. But after the rain we got yesterday, I think you can wipe all these colors away. No more drought. And we just have too much rain is what we're getting now. Anyway, not the best weekend, but at least it's not going to be raining all the time. Just a slight chance of a shower on Saturday. And while it won't be the best weekend, at least it's not going to be raining. At least we will be dealing with just a lot of clouds and cooler temperatures. Obviously, not the kind of beach weather that most people like, but at least, like I said, it won't be a soaking rain that we had yesterday. And we're just going to go over, take a look at some of these reports here from Massachusetts, the rainfall reports again. That Falmouth in Barnstable County, 5.5 inches of rain. That's an incredible amount of rain for New England. Bristol County, again, 4 inches. Dukes County, West Tisbury, 5.9. Actually, that's almost 6 inches. Almost 6 inches of rain in West Tisbury. I believe that's on Martha's Vineyard. Vineyard Haven, 5.85. So these are incredible amounts of rain here. Just incredible. That's like 2 months' worth of rain in one event, which is absolutely crazy. Norfolk County, Weymouth, 4.58. Oh, boy, look at this. We have 7 inches of rain, 7.13 inches of rain reported in Kingston in Plymouth County. That's that's inland of Cape Cod a little bit. Marshall Field, 7.02 inches. This is insanity. There's also a Suffolk County in Massachusetts. They have Logan Airport got 3.43. Worcester County for 3.50. In Rhode Island, you had a lot of high amounts too, over 2-3 inches amounts here. Providence County, North Central State Airport, 3.36. I mean, unbelievable amounts of rain in this area. Just unbelievable. I want to see the rivers and lakes thing and see if they have any flooding on any of their rivers. I know this is along the coast. Let's see. I know they've. Yeah, here we go. Let's take a look and see what we have. We don't really have any reports of flooding on the rivers, which is kind of surprising, considering all the rain that fell. We do have some areas in yellow, but that's nothing too terrible. It looks like it went down already. So it looks like it fell in along the coast basically. So most of the rain fell along these coastal areas. There aren't a whole lot of rivers in these areas, I think. But I'm surprised that considering all the rain that fell, that's incredible amount of rain that fell in that area. So, and definitely, probably a record, by that area. I'm sure if we go over back to the Boston thing, we see record event report. Let's see if they have any record event reports, and we'll see if we. I don't see any, but just absolutely incredible stuff. Incredible, just amount of rain that they've gotten over there. It's just absolutely insane. There are a lot of pine barrens there, so maybe I guess it soaked it in pretty good. But that's really incredible. But anyway, that's going to wrap things up for the weather reports for now. The weather videos. And I probably won't be back till sometime next week because we don't really have a whole lot going on. Unless we have any severe weather or unusual weather or anything like that. The next weather alert will be when the next rain event gets closer to us. So enjoy the weekend. I know maybe not the best weather for the beach, but like I said, at least it won't be raining most of the time. We'll just have a slight chance tomorrow, a very slight isolated chance of a shower. And then that it should be dry, although a lot more clouds and lower temperatures that people would like. I mean, I like the cool temperatures. I'm just not crazy about all the clouds. It is kind of depressing after all. But anyway, and have a good weekend. And I'll be back sometime next week when we talk about our next precipitation event.